Before you go any further, stop. I need you to understand something before this message goes even one word deeper. You did not find this video. This video found you. There is someone watching this right now who has been carrying something inside of them for years. A gift, a calling, a knowing, quiet and steady and impossible to shake, that they were made for something more than what their life currently shows. And yet, that gift has stayed hidden. Not because it disappeared, not because God changed his mind, but because fear built walls around it. Because shame told you it was too late. Because the voices around you, and sometimes the voice inside you, said that what you carry is not big enough, not polished enough, not worthy of being seen by anyone. And so you hid it. And God has been watching. And today, he is speaking directly to you. This is his message. Not a general word for a general crowd, a personal word sent through this moment for exactly where you are standing right now. He says, stop hiding the gift I placed inside you before you were born. And before you dismiss that, before you tell yourself this message is for someone else, I want you to know that the very fact you are still watching is his confirmation that this word has your name on it. As it is written, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Jeremiah 1:5. That verse was not written about a select few. That verse was written about you. Stay with me. Because what I'm about to say is going to change how you see everything you have been calling a wasted year. There is something you have carried for as long as you can remember. It may be a way of seeing things that others do not see. A capacity to speak life into situations that look dead. A gift of creativity that makes you build things in your mind before they exist in the world. A wisdom that arrives in you before you have the words to explain it. A tenderness for broken people that has always felt too big for the rooms you were allowed to sit in. You know what I am talking about, because even as I name it, something inside you is already nodding. But somewhere along the way, something happened. A voice, a person, a failure, a season of silence told you that the thing you carry is not a gift. It is a problem. It is impractical. It is too much, or too little, or too different. And so you learned to make it smaller. You learned to tuck it away when you walked into certain rooms. You learned to laugh it off when people asked what you dreamed about doing with your life. You learned to protect it by hiding it, and over time, you confused protecting it with abandoning it. And today, the God who placed that gift inside you before your first breath is looking you in the face and saying, enough hiding. Not in anger, not in frustration, in love. The way a father looks at a child who has been sleeping through the alarm and says gently but firmly, it is time, wake up. The morning you have been sleeping through is the morning I have been preparing. Here is what most people never understand about a hidden gift. Hiding a gift does not protect it. It starves it. When God designed you, he did not give you a gift so that it could survive untouched in the dark. He gave you a gift so that it could grow in contact with the world, in friction with difficulty, in the very places you have been afraid to bring it. A seed hidden underground forever does not become a tree, it becomes soil. And you were not made to dissolve into the background, you were made to rise. As it is written, no one lights a lamp and hides it in a clay jar or puts it under a bed. Instead, they put it on a stand so that those who come in can see the light. Luke 8:16. Do you see? God did not place light inside you so that you could protect it from the wind. He placed light inside you so that the wind would catch it and carry it further than you could ever walk on your own. So it is with you. The gift you have been hiding has not died. The years you spent doubting it did not destroy it. The silence you interpreted as God's confirmation that you were not enough, that silence was not agreement. That silence was protection. God was keeping the gift alive in you through seasons that would have exposed it before it was ready to survive in the open. But listen, This is the part that changes everything. The season of protection is ending, and the season of release has already begun. Remember Moses, my beloved. Moses was a man who knew from childhood that he carried something different, a fire in his chest for the people who were suffering, a fury at the injustice that others had learned to walk past. As it is written, he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, one of his own people, Exodus 2:11. And Moses acted on what he felt, imperfectly, violently, without wisdom, without God's timing. And the consequence was exile. 40 years in the desert, 40 years as a shepherd when he was built to be a deliverer, 40 years of watching his gift feel more like a curse. Do you see? Moses did not spend 40 years in the desert because his gift was wrong. He spent 40 years in the desert because the gift needed the man to be formed before it could be released safely. The burning bush did not appear on day one of his exile. It appeared on the day God determined that Moses was finally ready, not to carry the gift perfectly, but to carry it in surrender. So it is with you. What you have called wasted years, God has called preparation. What you have called delay, He has called formation. You are not behind. You were never behind. Every year you spent wondering whether the gift inside you was real, every season you spent too afraid to step forward, every moment you looked at someone else using a gift that looked like yours and felt the ache of watching from the outside. None of that was wasted. God was using every single moment of that silence to make you into someone who could carry what He placed inside you without losing it. Stay with me, because what I'm about to say connects all of it. You were never behind. You were being formed. And the burning bush, the moment of undeniable clarity, the moment when the call becomes impossible to ignore, it is not something you have missed. It is something that is already on the path in front of you, and this message, this exact moment, may be the first flame of it. You have been faithful, you have prayed, you have believed, and yet the same ceiling, the same walls, the same feeling that everyone around you is moving forward while you stay exactly where you were last year. That is not a lack of faith, that is a spiritual blockage, and there is a specific path out of it. The 7 steps of the chosen walks you through exactly how to shield your life, unlock what has been held back, and defeat the enemy that has been standing between you and what God promised in 21 days. The link is pinned in the first comment. Comment, I break through now and begin. Now I want to speak to the fear directly, because the fear has a voice, and it has been louder than God's for too long. The fear says it is too late. You missed the window. Other people your age are already further along, already established, already known for the thing they were made to do. And if you step out now, after all this time, you will only prove what you were afraid of, that you were never good enough to begin with. Let me tell you what God says about that. As it is written, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:17. Do you hear the precision of that verse? God did not say fear is not real. He said it did not come from Him, which means every time fear has convinced you to keep your gift hidden, every time it told you that you were too late, too small, too unprepared, that was not the voice of your Father. That was a counterfeit using the language of wisdom to produce paralysis. And here is what most people never understand about this. The enemy does not attack gifts that pose no threat. If the gift inside you were irrelevant, if it were truly as small and inconsequential as the voice of fear has told you, the enemy would never have invested so much energy in convincing you to keep it hidden. The intensity of the war against a gift is often the most reliable indicator of the size of the territory the enemy is trying to prevent you from taking. The fact that fear has held this specific thing hostage for this long is not evidence that you were wrong about the gift. It is evidence that the enemy knows exactly what it would do if you released it. And God is telling you today, release it. Before we continue, I want to take a moment here because what we are doing in this space matters deeply. Teaching people to recognize God's voice, to not miss His signs, to stay alert to His presence. That is not something done quickly or carelessly. It takes time, it takes prayer. If these messages have been helping you hear Him more clearly, I invite you to consider supporting this channel. The link is pinned in the first comment. Buy me a coffee, completely voluntary, no pressure. But if God leads you to give, even the smallest amount, know that you are helping keep this message free for every person who desperately needs to hear it. I am grateful for you. You have been praying the same prayer for years, and the answer has not come. That silence is one of the heaviest things a person can carry. But I need to tell you something. The problem is not that God is not hearing you. The problem may be that you have not yet learned to speak with the authority He already gave you. Chosen in Action gives you 21 spiritual decrees, not generic prayers, but targeted declarations that shift the atmosphere of your life in less than 7 days. The link is pinned in the first comment. Comment, "I decree it now." And let that be the first declaration of your new season. Now I want to speak to the part of you that knows the gift is real, but has convinced yourself that the world does not need what you carry. You have looked at what other people do and thought, mine is not like that. Mine is not dramatic enough to matter. Mine does not produce the results that seem to impress people. And so slowly, over time, you have decided that the gift was meant to be small. Something personal, something private, something that stays inside the walls of your own life without ever going further. But God never made a gift for one person. As it is written, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others, as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. 1 Peter 4:10. The gift was never only for you. The gift was placed inside you so that through you it could reach the people who cannot access what God is saying without a human vessel to carry it. The person who will be healed by what you carry cannot receive it if you keep it inside. The person who will be freed by what you create cannot be freed if you never release it. The person who will finally understand that God has not forgotten them cannot hear that word if the one God chose to deliver it decides to stay hidden. You are not just protecting yourself when you hide the gift. You are withholding something from someone who needs it, and God is asking you gently, urgently, personally to stop. God was not being silent. God was being precise. He was waiting for the moment when you were ready to hear this message with enough clarity to actually act on it. And that moment is now. You know there is more. More provision, more opportunity, more financial ground that belongs to you. But something keeps the ceiling where it is. Chosen to Win gives you 30 revelations that activate what God already placed in your life. Protection, money, and restoration that moves now. And the 7 steps of the Chosen walks you through 21 days of removing the blockage and stepping into what was always yours. Both are pinned in the first comment. The level you know you belong on, these 2 will get you there. Now let me show you what you really look like. Not from where you are standing, but from where God is standing. I know what the past few years have felt like from the inside. You have watched other people step confidently into their purpose and wondered what they had that you do not. You have started and stopped more times than you can count. Not because you lacked commitment, but because something always seemed to rise up at the exact moment you were about to go further. You have prayed for clarity and received silence. You have looked at the gift inside you and wondered if the fact that it has not yet been used is itself the answer. Maybe God was never actually calling you to use it at all. I know that thought. I know it has lived in you quietly, like a wound you stopped mentioning because talking about it only made it hurt more. But today, I am telling you, that thought was a lie, and it has held you long enough. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are mine. I have watched every moment you spent doubting, every morning you woke up and felt the weight of the unlived calling, every conversation where someone asked what you wanted to do with your life and you gave an answer that was smaller than the truth because the truth felt too vulnerable to say out loud. I have been in every one of those moments, and in none of them, not one, did I change my mind about you. The gift is still there. It has never left. It was not dependent on your confidence. It was not withdrawn when you went silent. It did not expire. It is not diminished by time. As it is written, for the gifts and the calling of God are irrevocable. Romans 11:29, irrevocable. That means it cannot be taken back, not by your fear, not by your past, not by the enemy, not by the years you spent hidden. The gift is exactly where I placed it, in you. And today, I'm calling you to bring it out. Here is what the release looks like. It does not look like having everything figured out. It does not look like having the platform ready, the audience built, the skill perfected, the fear gone. The release of a God-given gift almost never happens with everything in order. It almost always happens from exactly where you are standing right now. Imperfect, uncertain, still carrying questions, because God has never waited for human readiness. He has always moved through human availability. Moses was not ready when he stood before the burning bush. He had objections, he had excuses, he had a list of reasons why someone else would do it better. As it is written, Moses said to God, "Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt?" Exodus 33:11. And God's response was not a reassurance about Moses' qualifications. His response was, "I will be with you." The readiness was never supposed to come from Moses. The readiness came from God's presence. And that is what God is saying to you today. You do not need to be ready. You need to be available. The gift does not require your perfection. It requires your willingness. It requires you to open the hand that has been closed around it for so long and say, "Here it is, God. Do with it what you have always planned. I will stop hiding what you placed inside me. I release it now." And here is where the fear tries to get its last word in. It says, "But what if you step out and it does not work the way you hoped? What if you finally release the gift and the response is silence? What if you were wrong about what you carry? Or right about the gift, but wrong about the timing?" And God answers every one of those questions with the same word: trust. As it is written, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." Proverbs 3:5-6. The path does not get straight before you walk it. It gets straight as you walk it. The trust is not required after you see the results. The trust is the first step that produces them. God did not ask you to understand the full journey before you take the first step. He asked you to take the first step and trust that he already knows where it ends. And he does. The gift he placed inside you before you were born, he also placed a path beneath it. A path that was designed specifically for the version of the gift that you carry. Not someone else's gift, yours. The way you see things, the way you communicate, the way you create, the way you care. There is a path that only your specific combination of gifts can walk. And that path has been waiting for you, not for the perfected version of you, for you, today, exactly as you are. Jeremiah tried to hide too. When God called him, he said what so many of you have said to yourselves in the quiet: "I do not know how to speak. I am too young." Jeremiah 1:6. Too young, too unprepared, too inexperienced. Replace those words with yours. Too old, too late, too broken, too ordinary, too far from where I thought I would be by now. And you have the same conversation that has been happening between God and his chosen ones since the beginning of time. And God's response to Jeremiah is his response to you right now. Do not say, "I am too young." You must go to everyone I send you to and say whatever I command you. Do not be afraid of them, for I am with you and will rescue you. Jeremiah 1:7-8. Do not say I am too late. Do not say I missed it. Do not say the window has closed. Go to the place I am sending you and say what I place in your mouth. Do not be afraid. I am with you, so it is with you. The God who called Jeremiah from the womb is the same God who called you from the womb. The God who equipped an uncertain, unprepared, self-doubting young man to speak to nations is the same God who equipped you for exactly what he is calling you to now. The gift was never contingent on your confidence. It was always contingent on his faithfulness, and his faithfulness has never wavered. I want to speak now to the specific thing that has kept the gift hidden the longest. For some of you, it has been comparison. You have watched someone else carry a gift that looks similar to yours and told yourself, they already do that, and they do it better than I ever could. Why would the world need another version of what they already have? But here is what God says about that. He did not make two of you. He made one of you, and the people who are supposed to receive what you carry, they are not going to receive it through someone else, because someone else is not you. The way your specific story has shaped your gift, the way your specific pain has deepened it, the way your specific voice would carry it, none of that is replicable. None of it is replaceable. There are people on this earth whose path to God, to healing, to freedom, to the thing they have been waiting for, runs directly through the gift that is still hidden inside you. And when you hide, they wait. As it is written, for we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2:10. Those works were prepared in advance, not for someone generally similar to you, for you specifically. The work is already laid out. The path is already built. The only thing that has been missing is your willingness to step onto it. For others of you, the thing that has kept the gift hidden is not comparison, it is wound. Someone saw what you carried early in your life and told you it was worthless. A parent, a teacher, a person you trusted who should have covered what was tender in you and instead exposed it to ridicule. And something in you decided in that moment that protecting the gift meant burying it so deep that no one could ever hurt it again. I see that. God sees it. And he is not asking you to pretend it did not happen. He is asking you to let him reach into the place where you buried it and bring it back into the light. Not for the person who wounded you, not to prove anything to anyone who underestimated what you carry, for him, and for the world that is waiting for the gift they do not even know they need yet. As it is written, he heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147:3. The same God who placed the gift can heal the wound that surrounded it. The same hands that formed you in the womb are reaching toward the part of you that has been closed since the day the wound was inflicted. You do not have to be fully healed to release the gift. You just have to be willing to release it while God is healing. He will do both at the same time. There is something coming for you that the gift was made for. I do not say that as a motivational phrase. I say it as a statement of divine architecture. God does not place gifts in people without also placing a moment, a specific, appointed, calendar-marked moment in the story of your life, when that gift becomes the exact thing the situation requires. Moses had his burning bush. Jeremiah had his calling by the city gate. Esther had her moment before the king. And you have yours. That moment may be closer than you think. In fact, and I want you to stay with this, the reason you are watching this video today at this specific moment in your life may be because that moment is not years away. It may be weeks away or days. And God knew that you were about to get to the edge of it, still carrying the gift in hiding. And he intervened with this message before you could walk past the moment with the gift still buried. This message is the burning bush. The fire in it is the fire of God saying, this is it, not later, now, not when you feel ready, now, not when the fear leaves, now. with the fear still present, with the uncertainty still present, with every unanswered question still standing? Now, because the gift was given for a time, and the time is now. Let me tell you what I need you to do. Not after you finish watching this, not after you pray about it one more time. Now, I need you to say out loud, to the room you are sitting in, to the silence around you, to the God who is listening even before the sound leaves your lips, these words: I release my gift now. Not I will release it, not I am thinking about releasing it, I release it. Present tense, declaration of faith. The kind of statement that Moses made when he lifted the staff over the Red Sea, before he had any evidence that the water was going to move. As it is written, Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and all that night the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind. Exodus 14:21. Moses stretched out the hand first. The wind came after the act of faith, not before it. Stretch out your hand, say the words, I release my gift now. And let that declaration be the hinge point, the before and after of the rest of your life. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are mine. I knew you before the first person on earth ever learned your name. I formed the gift inside you with the same intentionality I used to form the stars. And I have watched with more patience than you can measure as fear and shame and wound and time have all tried to convince you that the gift was not worth releasing. None of them were right. None of them were ever right. You were not behind. You were being formed, and the formation is complete enough for what I am calling you to now. It will continue as you walk. I will keep forming you in motion, the way I have always formed the people I choose. But I am not waiting until the formation is perfect to send you. I never have. I sent Moses with a stutter. I sent Jeremiah with doubt. I sent Esther with fear. I sent every one of my chosen ones into the gift before they felt ready. And I am sending you now. This message did not find you by accident. Nothing about your life is an accident in my hands. You are here, in this moment, hearing these words, because I arranged for you to be here. Because the gift I placed in you before you were born has a season, and that season has your name on it. And I was not going to let you walk into it without knowing, at the deepest possible level, that I have never stopped believing in what I placed inside you. Stop hiding, step out, release the gift. The world that needs what you carry has been waiting long enough. The money comes, and then it is gone before you understand where it went. And you have prayed about this, believed about this, and still the pattern repeats. There is a revelation about financial protection that changes this pattern permanently. Chosen to Win has 30 of them, all designed to activate the kind of protection, provision, and restoration that sticks. The link is pinned in the first comment. Comment, my finances are restored. Because that declaration, backed by these 30 revelations, is a weapon the enemy cannot answer. You are chosen, and chosen people do not walk this path alone. The link is pinned in the first comment. Click, receive, open, and begin. Comment right now, I release my gift now. That is your declaration of faith. Subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this message with the person in your life who needs to hear it today. You may be the instrument God uses to reach the next person who is still waiting to be found.